This is Thundercat.
I'm Herbie Hancock, and I heard about, Flying Lotus, I don't know, not that long ago, maybe a year and a half ago. Every time I talk to people about, who was some of the young people, that might be interesting to kind of work with, do a project with, everybody said Flying Lotus. Everybody says that. It offers great possibilities, with the two of us. I was able to contact him, and he came over to my studio. He and Thundercat came over.
I was starstruck a bit, we're talking about Herbie Hancock here, we're not talking about Bootsy and the Dirt Lickers from, Cincinnati.
And we mostly talked, and I showed him stuff that I had, and, some of my equipment, and some things I was working on. And then the next time we got together, I went to his studio. Quite naturally, we kind of developed an approach. He had some drum track that he was fooling around with. He just had the drum track, and it was like a jazz drum solo. It was a part of something. I didn't know what it was a part of.
But yeah, I remember that. And I remember for a while, even before Herbie was there, we would be sitting there with it just kind of like, Because the funny thing is there's, as an instrumentalist, certain things always come natural to me to be able to try to build or try to create around certain things like that. But, it was kind of like, I didn't feel like, me personally, it was like difficult to just be write it off to something I could just do that to, I'd be like, nah, this is actually a little bit more than that, That's how I would feel listening to that beat.
And he said, maybe that you and Thundercat could do something with this. What do you think about this? So I had some ideas. Thundercat had ideas. Steve, Flying Lotus had some ideas.
And sure enough, over time, it would progress to where, sitting down with Herbie, it almost came out like a pus bump. It just, oh, okay.
And just through this kind of trust and collaboration, we put some things down.
A lot of the time, you never know what to expect with anybody. You never know, based on personality, ability, how they're going to judge your ability and personality, and all these things. And you can kind of get caught in your head about it a bit. But there's just this openness with Herbie that I can't really make up for,
I like working in an environment where a kind of natural collaboration is encouraged. Where the atmosphere is loose, sit down and get a bite to eat, and just talk about life, talk about whatever, and the music kind of flows from that.
His open-mindedness to what it was uncanny. It's kind of like, he jumped right in. It's his ability to perceive and take stuff further is like beyond anybody that we've known generationally.
We did that for 2 or 3 days. The collaboration that we were involved with, that some of it appears on his record. It's like an entry point, and we'll see how it evolves from there. But we intend to get together a lot more often in the very, very near future.
It's like there's nothing you're going to tell him that, he hasn't seen over 60 times compared to the first, your discovery of it is kind of like he can give you depth and like backwards and forward about what you think you're just coming into, So it's like this huge sea of knowledge. That's what Herbie is.